Hello everyone and welcome to Zach's Garage. Today you join me at the first official day of Salon Prive 2020. Now I'm fortunate enough to be partnered up with the event to bring you guys some pretty cool stuff, but we're going to first of all start off with the Koenigsegg and with the Miura so that you can see what goes into getting this thing ready to be judged for the concourse. So the detailing team has just gone over it, I've just gone over the Miura, and so now we're waiting for the judges. We're going to have a little chat with the judges and go from there. So each part of the competition is divided into classes. We are in the classics of the future, post 2000. So let's start with this. It's actually just been revealed here, the new McLaren Senna LM GTR. This thing is absolutely wild. It's sort of got the homage to the McLaren F1 LM wheels. It's got this absurd rear wing, which is obviously from the Senna GTR. But then if we go back, look at that rear splitter. That is something. So that is the Senna LM GTR. Then we go over to the Zonda F. This car is a very famous car. Loads of people have seen this exact one. It's the black carbon and red Zonda F Roadster. Such a pretty car. Really is one of the timeless classics. Then we've got a 16.4 EB110, or what am I saying? EB110 Veyron, Bugatti Veyron Grand Sport. Then we've got our Regera, which has just been cleaned, ready for the concourse. And then the McLaren Senna JPS Special. This car we will be on the channel next video, or maybe you've already seen it. So this is going to have hot laps around some country roads very, very fast. So stay tuned for that. Then next door we have the Monza SP2. Beautiful, finished in black and red. Then we have a LaFerrari Aperta, F12 TDF, SLS AMG and a Lister Nobly. So that is the cars of this class. Let's go over to the Miura so I can show you the cars that's up against. Okay, so I'm currently sitting in the Lamborghini Miura and waiting for it to be called upon stage. We've got an original GT40 next to me and a beautifully restored Dino as well on the other side, which you can see just there. I may not be driving this up on stage. I'm doing the parade, but may not be driving it up on stage only because I need to be able to take the Koenigsegg up there. So I think we're going to start it up, do a little drive around the area. So next time you see me, I'll be starting the Miura up and we'll be going on a very small poodle. Right, time to start the Miura. So, fuel pump's going. Oh, and we're outdone already by a GT40. This is cool. Right, so let's get going. So only in Salon Prive could you be driving a Lamborghini Miura behind an original GT40 with an SS100 and this view. Unfortunately, we realised that the windscreen wipers don't work. The switch has decided to stop working, so left-hand drive, and it's very difficult to see. So yeah, this is fun. So you actually joined me on the day after the Miura drive. The reason for that is because things got a little bit busy. I had to hop straight from the Miura into the Koenigsegg, but look what we got. We have one runner-up in the class. Now, bearing in mind the class was the, like, sort of iconic future hypercars, I think the Zonda deserved to win, and by pure chance we were talking about it, the Zonda actually won, so that's pretty awesome. It's Zonda F. Very, very worthy contender, but fantastic to be taking some silver home anyway. So today is actually just more of a bit of a relaxed day, but for now we're going to have a little walk around. I've got some interesting people to meet, and also I've got some interesting videos coming up because this is the perfect place to introduce yourself, and I've had a few people come up to me saying they'd love to shoot some videos, and one of them involves a quad bike. So if anyone's following Salon Prive, you'll know what it is. So this is the all-new PAL V flying car. Now there are some very exciting things in the pipeline. Believe it or not, I'm actually teaming up with PAL V to bring you exclusive access to what they're doing. That's behind the scenes footage, and and hopefully first flight. But this car is actually coming over to our house for 24 hours so that we can do a little video and show you what the whole process is all about. This is a non-working model. This is the model they take to shows just because obviously for damage reasons and things like that they want to make sure everything's safe, but it's got a license plate and we're going to get more into that when it comes over. So let's head over next door to another very impressive car. So then another one of my favourites at the show is this new Aspark Owl. This thing is the most outrageous looking thing. I mean, to show my age a little bit, it looks like something that's been plucked out of Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it is unbelievable, and the figures on it are astonishing. You're doing 0 to 60 in, I'm pretty sure, 1.7 seconds. I mean, that's faster than any plane, motorbike or anything. I mean, it's absurd. There are some clips of this, and I've been told by the owner of the company that there might be a chance to have a test drive of it at some point. So hopefully I'll be able to bring you some very exciting access to that as well. But I want to go over to here as well. So this is the quad bike I was referring to earlier, if you want to call this a quad bike. What it is the base frame of an Audi R8 with a full carbon body on it, which has been turned into a road legal quad bike. Now the madness doesn't stop there. This thing has 1100 brake horsepower with an option to take it to over 2000 brake horsepower. And when something looks as crazy as this, you know it's pretty promising. Now, hopefully we will get this to our house and maybe have a little bit of fun with it. So, once again, hopefully some more exclusive access to another car. I think I use that term very lightly. Now then, a brand I know absolutely nothing about, the Aeres Modena, or I think that's roughly how you say it. This thing, I love this thing. So, I don't know what exactly it is, but I know it's based on a Huracan. But it's got the coolest body. It's almost like a Pantera body style with the pop-up headlights, but obviously a full carbon body, and the only way I could tell it was from a Huracan was through there. But you'll also see that it has a gated shifter, so something pretty madness there. But there's another car I want to get onto when we make our way around the show. So this is the first time I've seen this, the new 765 LT, obviously 765 brake horsepower, or 765 brake horsepower. Interior, the seats out of the centre, obviously a lot more carbon than a normal 720, a lot more aero, and apparently it's a whole heap more faster. Well, I've driven the 720, it's a hell of a machine, so this could be something to behold. We've obviously got the 620R and the McLaren Elva over there, but we've got to keep running around, so over to Ferrari. So here we have the 812 GTS, obviously the convertible version of the 812 Superfast. Then moving over to the Ferrari Roma, which I did just get to drive. I'll put some little clips in, it wasn't really that exciting, but the new Ferrari Roma, styled beautifully with the scallops back, with the stunning headlights. I really, really like this car. To drive, very, very impressive. But over there, we have the new SF90. So, the Ferrari SF90 Stradale with, I believe, around 1,000 brake horsepower, or 990? I know it was something silly like that. Big car, very important for Ferrari. I mean, really stepping up their game in terms of their fast production cars. And talking of fast production cars, the F8 Tributo Spider, obviously their newest car to the lineup, the Spider version of the road car, the F8. But this has the underpinnings of a Ferrari Pista. Now, as a Pista owner, that makes me a little bit sad, but this car is stunning. To look at and to behold is very, very pretty. The back, stunning as well. The one thing I'm sort of wondering is, why does it still not have the glass back on it? But you have a look on the interior and you can see the new design steering wheel off the Lucone, off the 812, but obviously keeping its typical Ferrari style. So if we pop next door, there's another stand that's quite impressive. So behind this then, we've also got the new Rolls-Royce Ghost. Now the exciting thing is, we are actually buying one of these, so there you have it. The one car that we bought at the show, we haven't placed an order yet, but we are going to buy either a short wheelbase or a long wheelbase. This is obviously their press car. Very, very pretty, and finished a sort of off-white, sort of grey colour. There's also a very pretty green one somewhere, but I'm going to try and find that in a minute. Then, in terms of Lamborghini, they've got the SVJ, they've got the Urus, and the Evo Spider. I don't know if that's a rear-wheel drive one or not, but very impressive lineup. I love the matching greens as well. That looks very smart. And also, we're contemplating a Urus, so maybe stay tuned for that. So, one of the main stands of the show, the Bugatti stand. Obviously, this being the brand new Bugatti Chiron 300 Plus, the extended version and very stripped out of the standard Chiron. So, improvements include the longer back with the wing in the middle almost instead of at the back, so you can see that is the back of the car there, but they've extended it for aerodynamic purposes. They've got the quad pipes in the back, which look really quite aggressive. And then, if we take a little look inside, you can see just how stripped out it is inside, but I'm going to ask them to open it up if possible. But taking a step into the Chiron 300 Plus, you can see just how raw and empty this car is. And what I find fascinating, you've obviously got the shift lights and certain things still left from the Chiron, but as you can see, it is fully stripped out to make it as lightweight as possible. So this car actually achieved an astounding over 300 miles an hour just a few months ago. So really quite something, and the carbon work on it is, well, it's nothing short of amazing. But I think it's about time we got to the car that we're all excited for, the Koenigsegg Gemera. So, this is actually the first time I've seen the all-new Koenigsegg Gemera, and I know what the first thing everyone will be asking, are you going to buy one? Well, the fact is that we need to sort of enjoy the Regera first, but let's run through certain things. So, it has 4 seats, and it's faster than the Regera. Now, regardless of what you think of any car, that is ludicrous. It also has 8 cup holders. I remember speaking with Christian just before Geneva, before I got cancelled, and that was the thing that he was most fascinated by, because it means each seat has 2 cup holders, but we're not going to dwell on that. The car is actually, as mentioned, faster than the Regera, but it also has enough space to hold 3 bags in the back and 1 in the front. And with these whopping great big doors, well, I say whopping great big, it's not actually that big, because if you see the roof line of the car, it's only a little bit higher, but they've measured it specifically so they can get into most underground car parks, but they will actually have sensors in the doors on the production car so that it won't open all the way if you don't want it to. So you could have it open only half the way. But the styling on this car is so pretty, and especially in this setting, sort of a Pebble Beach-esque setting, it is just stunning. Obviously, you've got the top mounted Akrapovic exhausts. You can see through the glass the engine bay, but I'm not going to go into it too much because I'm going to do a full walk around with the car very soon. So it turns out that the Koenigsegg didn't win another prize. It was the Miura. So once again, I've had to run to another car, cold start the Miura, and well, we're now driving around the parade and then doing a prize. I don't know. You're coming along with me. I don't know. So if you guys don't know, I've actually got Kota filming for me.
I'm Shmi 2.0.
2.0, Shmi 2.0. And we're just trying to move people in funky hats out the hell away. Very
Here's
funky
some
hats.
strange hats.
Strange hats. And there's no one directing us, so I may be going to the wrong area, I don't know.
We got our helicopters just chilling.
Yep. Only time in the world you can drive a £1 million Lamborghini past a £1 million helicopter.
That's all they are.
That's all there. Oh look, we finally found somebody who knows what they're doing.
This guy.
Yeah, this guy. He's wearing the grey pants.
The little guy.
Yeah, the little guy. Straight, yeah? That's jokes. Up the sketchy ramp, down the sketchy ramp. And then we reverse because we don't have any turn signal. I'm not even bothering to look behind me. I don't know what's there. All right.
Okay, the next award now, most iconic. Is there any surprise why it is the Lamborghini Miura P400S? It's the most iconic. my supercar winner. That's the F40. This probably gets it for me, lads.
Did you hear that? We've got another car to go up on the ramp. I think we've won another trophy. Ooh.
Most iconic.
Look at that! We got a decent trophy. Hey. So there you have it. The Miura has won the most iconic car. The judges believe it is the most iconic car of the show. So something very special there. That's 2 trophies in 2 days. One for the Koenigsegg and one for the Miura. And I call that a great success. So, as always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll make sure to catch you next video. Cheers.